What's up, guys? Welcome back, and today we are talking about something that is very hard, especially whenever you start creating content: authenticity. Authenticity is very, very difficult because it's not necessarily easy to be yourself in front of a camera. I'm sitting here talking to the barrel of a lens right now. I'm not talking to somebody else, but in theory, I am talking to somebody else. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the potential viewers down the line. So being authentic is very good for a couple different reasons. The main reason that I think it is really important is because it makes it easier for you to push out as much content as you can. It's not easy to put out content all the time. Right now, I'm putting out 2 of these podcasts a week and daily reels and TikToks, and it's not easy. So I need to be authentic so that I can continue to do it. If I was sitting here putting on a front, being somebody that I wasn't, it would be a lot harder for me to sit down and actually record one of these. But since I'm being myself, I pretty much just talk about what is on my mind for 20 or so minutes. But whenever you're authentic and you end up burning out, which is, in my opinion, kind of inevitable, it's inevitable for you to have hard times. It's inevitable for you to struggle to continue to put out content at the rate that you originally were. But whenever you're just being you, it is pretty easy. You can turn the camera on and you can just be raw and be real about what is going on to your viewers. At the end of the day, a lot of the people just like you as a person. There's 2 different kinds of creators, and they are either educational based or they are relationship based. So relationship based creators are whenever you are somebody who they come and they don't care what you make a video about. Colin and Samir talked about this in a recent podcast about how Casey Neistat could literally post a video with just a blank, no title, and just a thumbnail of him literally looking right. I might have mentioned this in a previous podcast, but this comes down to authenticity. If he wasn't sitting here putting out this content that was authentic to him, he wouldn't have been able to put out these daily vlogs as often as he did. Now he's obviously done putting out the daily vlogs because it is very hard and it's hard to sustain. But that's why people shift to podcasts. Somebody like Logan Paul was a vlogger for a long time, but now he has shifted over to podcasting because that is where he can kind of just turn the cameras on and crank something out. It's not as curated. It's just him getting his personality across. At the end of the day, his fans want to see him, and they also want to get to know him more as a person. It's tough to get to know somebody as a person whenever all they're doing is editing their vlogs in a way that you can't necessarily relate to them. So whenever you're thinking about putting out content, being authentic is really just a good path to start on. I'm not saying that you have to be a photographer to put out content. I'm saying that whenever you're putting out content, do it around something that you genuinely enjoy. For me, it is photography. It is video. I enjoy talking about camera gear. I enjoy talking about the different gear that I use on a day-to-day basis. And I also enjoy just talking about things that help me, things that I've learned along the way, whether it be business or personal things. That's what I enjoy. So that's what I create content around. I create content around things that whenever I have downtime, that's what I'm doing. Whenever I have downtime, I'm on YouTube watching videos about camera gear. I'm watching other photographers' videos. Maybe I'm consuming content on Instagram that's photography. That's what I genuinely enjoy. But at the end of the day, it comes down to what you enjoy. It comes down to what you actually want to do every single day. And I'm not saying you have to create daily content, but you should do something that you could do every single day. Now, if you're a cook, I love cooking TikTok. I have very minimal cooking experience, but I just enjoy watching it. I think it's amazing whenever somebody can take these ingredients that I would have no idea how to use, but they can just make this amazing meal out of it. I found myself scrolling through my TikTok and my mouth just starts watering. These are people that probably just enjoyed cooking in their everyday life, never even thought about monetizing it, but then they put out a couple videos and here they are and they have millions of followers. I love those fast-paced cooking videos, not even the ones that show me all the ingredients that they're using. It's just cool to see the process and then the final product, because These people are making things that I never could make. That's actually why I say that I don't mind going out to restaurants that are pretty expensive or that are really nice, because I like getting food that I know I couldn't make. I have no problem spending a lot of money on food that I could never create in my kitchen. Yeah, I could probably put in enough time to actually get to that point, but these people, that's their craft. That's what they're good at. I'm not good at that. So that's why I find the value in paying them. Some of these people that I find, they on TikTok, they're creating this platform and maybe eventually they'll turn it into restaurants. You never know where making those couple little videos could take you. My mom owns a hair salon, and I always say that they should put content out that's maybe transformations or just everyday content. People like to see that. And as long as you capture it in a certain way that is appealing to the viewers, you can put out content around anything. It's pretty amazing how TikTok has really ironed it out. And honestly, there's a lot of different areas that probably don't have content creators right now. They haven't necessarily made it mainstream. There's popular creators in a lot of different fields, but there's a lot of chance for opportunity in places in every single field, even photography. There's a couple big photography YouTubers, but there's still an opening for somebody to come in. And that comes down to being authentic. If people like you, if people like your content, then they will come to you. You can make videos about the same thing that every single other photographer is making right now, but if they know that they like you, then they're going to come to yours. The perfect example for that is Peter McKinnon. I love Peter McKinnon's videos, just as a lot of photographers do. So whenever I see he posts something and then a bunch of other photographers do, I'm probably going to click on his page because I know that I'm going to like him, and I know he's going to give me enough information on the product where I don't necessarily want the super tech heavy stuff. I want to see him using it. I want to know his opinion because I've come to value his opinion because he's a relationship-based creator. I trust him because he's made a lot of good videos that have actually taught me a lot throughout the years. So being authentic in that sense is really good. That's how you can separate yourself even if you're in a saturated market. Whenever you're in a saturated market, it seems daunting. It seems hard to start. But if you start putting out the content, a couple people will click to you. Then next thing you know, if they really like you, they will start sharing your content. And then it's just getting the ball rolling. It's just keep going then. You're putting out this content, maybe start adding some content. I've been putting out these podcasts about twice a week. And now I'm considering maybe doing some more curated YouTube content. Still continuing this, but taking it into maybe tutorials, maybe YouTube videos of me shooting. Stuff like that. I really enjoy consuming, so I think I could make that. I think I'm pretty good in front of a camera and have a good personality for it, so why not push into that space? I'm trying to be authentic here, and something that I've been struggling with is I just haven't really been able to find my voice. And I'm not even talking about in these videos. I enjoy making these videos, but I'm just talking about kind of in the creative world. I had a really good year last year. Financially, I made more money than I really thought I could last year. But I'm at a point where I want something different. I don't know what it is, but I want to make a shift. Maybe it's coming into YouTube all the time and spending all of my time outside of the work that I already have into YouTube. Maybe it's trying to build my own business, get my own clients. I got to figure out what I want, and that's what I've been struggling with. I sit at my desk and I struggle with what should I do right now. I've talked about this before, but there's two different kinds of hard whenever you're being an entrepreneur. There's the hard in the beginning where you're trying to find something to do every day, and then there's the hard whenever you're having success that you never have time to do what you actually want. You never have free time to just relax. There's never really any in between there. And I'm at that first point right now. I had some monetary success and I'm grateful for that. But I want to get to a point where I'm either making these videos, making YouTube videos as much as I can, trying to get that to a point where I could monetize it, or I want to build a business. I've been thinking about building more of a business, but it's so damn hard. And I don't even know if I want to do that. I don't know if I'm cut out for that, but I genuinely enjoy making these videos. Whenever I don't know what to do, I always fall back on, let's record some more podcasts. Let's record some more reels. So that's why I think maybe I should shift in this direction. Also, whenever I've gotten burnt out in the past, I've always come back to maybe I should try YouTube. It always comes back to, well, YouTube seems pretty sick, because no matter how busy I am always consuming YouTube content. And I think that I could be one of those YouTubers that people consume their content. And yeah, it'll take some time to really find my voice and figure out what I want to do, how I want to do it. But at the end of the day, I know I could. So whenever I get burnt out, I always think, well, YouTube would be cool. And the thing that I think would be cool about YouTube is right here. It's just me and the camera. Yeah, maybe I'll have guests on eventually. But the thing I think is cool about it is I could record this from anywhere. All I have is my camera, my tripod, my microphone, and my little microphone tripod. Realistically, I don't even need the microphone tripod. It's just better for audio levels. But the thing I like about it is I could go to the mountains in Wyoming for a month and record this, and nothing will change. I could go on a trip with my girlfriend. I could go on a trip with my family, and I could still continue to record this while I'm there. I just need to bring my gear. And I think that's a really cool thing about it. I don't necessarily like that I'm pinned down to Chicago right now, because that's where all my clients are. I'm grateful for my clients. I'm grateful for the different creatives that I know. But at the end of the day, I wish I could just do it from wherever. I like to travel, and I want to travel, but I also want to continue making money. The reason that I don't travel as much for leisure is because I feel like I should be working. If I could somehow blend the two, that would be amazing. No, I'm not saying that I want to travel all 12 months out of the year, but realistically, I would like to travel more. I've been wanting to go to Seattle. I would love to be able to make that trip without really considering what I'm going to miss out on with work. Something that always happens is I plan a trip, I plan for somebody to come visit, and then right before that trip, those dates I've had blocked off for a while, I get a couple texts asking if I can shoot. And that is such a mental battle. It's so tough because I want to take those opportunities. Sometimes they're really cool opportunities that I have to turn down. But that's a good problem to have. I keep reminding myself that it's a good problem to have, but it gets tough. It's hard to book these trips for leisure whenever I know that things are going to come in. You can always reach out to your clients and ask, like, are there any prospective jobs that are coming up? Are there any jobs that I should maybe mark down on my calendar tentatively for now? But they're not always going to have those answers. A lot of the time I get hit up like 2 days before. But that's all right. And so I just really think that being on YouTube and building a platform, I want to help people. Before I got into using a camera, I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a teacher because I like helping people. I want to make an impact on people's lives. I want to help them get better every single day. And that's what I feel like I can do with this. I was never able to do that before. And here's my chance. I can try my best. I can put my all into it. And I know the content will look good. I know that everything about it will be up to my standard, which is awesome. And at the end of the day, I don't necessarily have a college degree. So I can't be a professor. I can't be a teacher. I would have to go back to school for that. And that's okay. I always joke saying that maybe one day I will go back to school. And I say to my friends, one day in like 10 years, I'm just going to randomly be like, yo, I graduated yesterday. And it'll just be funny because maybe I'll start like chipping away at online school and eventually get that degree. So maybe I could be a teacher one day. But this might bridge the gap between me creating content and me working for these different brands and still wanting to help people. I'm not going to put out a course about anything right now, maybe down the line, but I don't feel that I know that much yet to put out a course or really curate a course. But I want to help people. I want to help you. I want to help, I want to help people that are like me. I want to help that younger Joey that's looking for guidance. I want to help the person maybe that's in 2 years from now, whenever they're the same point that I am and I've gotten past this point. I want to help them know that this is a thing. Other people struggle with this. You're going to have a good year and then you're going to struggle with what's next. You're going to sit at your desk and you're going to be like, well, I'm not super busy. What should I be doing? It's a tough thing to do, but you can't give up on it. And I want to help people know that, this is normal. You're normal for feeling that way, and you're normal for still wanting to keep going, even though it doesn't necessarily end up being fun every single day. So I think helping people, maybe making tutorials, maybe putting out these podcasts that can help people, educate people, it's just what I want. It's what I want to do. It's how I want to make an impact on the world. You know, I don't necessarily think me making these social media videos every single day for other brands is going to help push me to help other people. At the end of the day, I want to make other people better. So I appreciate you guys watching. I really enjoy putting these out. I really enjoyed recording this episode. This is authentic. You know, you saw me get passionate for a little bit, and I push you to just speak your mind. Speak what you've been feeling, and it'll work. It'll come out well. It will resonate with the viewer because they can tell that you're being genuine. Whenever you're having a bad day, maybe post about it. Whenever you're having a good day, post about it. But always be willing to help people. Always be willing to give advice. And that's what I'm here for. I want to make videos to make an impact on people. And so that's where I am. And I'm going to keep doing it. I appreciate you guys listening. You're part of the early crew right now. This is going to be a big deal one day. You're part of the early crew, so I appreciate you. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out. Thank you.